So far we have discussed atoms and molecules. The atoms are represented by symbols. Molecules are also shown by certain symbols, but these are known as formula. We shall discuss them a little later. The molecules that we have seen are neutral in nature. That means they do not have any charge. But in some compounds, certain charged species are present. So these charged species are known as ions. So today we are going to discuss about ions and different types of ions, how they exist. So ions are positively or negatively charged atom. In Dalton's atomic theory, we have seen that the smallest particle in a matter we call them as atom. And according to Dalton's atomic theory, this atom cannot be divisible. It is an indivisible particle. The next chapter we are going to study the atom is divisible and it contains more particles. That particles are electron, proton and neutron. This we will discuss in the next chapter. So actually this portion is also we have to study in the next chapter, but some portions are mentioned in this chapter also. So I am not going to discuss in detail. I am just mentioning what is an ion, what are the different types of ion and some of the ionic representation you have to by heart. And we will study how it happens or how it forms these ions in the next chapter. Okay, actually these portions should be included in the next chapter. So just here what is an ion. An ion is a positively or negatively charged atom. So ion is a positively or negatively charged atom, or we can say that atom or a group of atoms having positive or negative charge. Such group we call them as ion, or normally we call them as positively or negatively charged particle are called ions. So as I mentioned, it can be positively or negatively charged. ഒരു ആറ്റത്തിനകത്ത് പോസിറ്റീവായ ചാർജോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നെഗറ്റീവായ ചാർജോ കാണും. ആ പോസിറ്റീവ്ലി ചാർജ്ഡ് അയോൺസ് we will call them as cation and negatively charged ions are called anion. Okay, positively charged particles are called cation and negatively charged particles are called anion. So positively or negatively charged particles we altogether call an ion എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് പോസിറ്റീവോ നെഗറ്റീവോ ആയ ചാർജ്ഡ് പാർട്ടിക്കിൾസിനെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ചാർജ്ഡ് ആറ്റംസിനെയാണ് അയോൺ എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പം അയോൺ പോസിറ്റീവും ആവാം നെഗറ്റീവും ആകാം. ആക്ച്വലി ദിസ് അയോൺസ് ആർ ഫോംഡ് ബൈ ദ loss or gain of electrons by an atom. I told you in an atom there will be inside an atom there will be positively charged particle and negatively charged particle. So ions are formed by loss or gain of electrons by an atom. അപ്പോൾ അതിലുള്ളിലുള്ള ഇലക്ട്രോൺസോ നഷ്ടപ്പെടുകയോ ഗെയിൻ ചെയ്യുകയോ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ലഭിക്കുന്ന ചാർജുകളാണ് പോസിറ്റീവ് ചാർജും നെഗറ്റീവ് ചാർജ്. ഐ ടോൾഡ് യു we will discuss in the next chapter in detail. Just you hear this and keep it in your mind. An ion is formed by loss or gain of electrons by an atom. So how an ion is formed? by the loss or gain of electron. So some examples: sodium ion Na plus. So ions are written like this, either plus or minus symbol above the symbol of the element. എലമെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ സിമ്പിളിൻ്റെ മുകളിൽ ആ ചാർജുകൾ കാണിക്കും. Can be positive or negative. Oxide ion O2 minus. I will explain how this 2 and plus comes. So you have to remember these are formed either by the loss or gain of electron. So inside an atom there will be electrons, protons and neutrons. When there is a loss or gain of electrons, ions are formed. These ions can be positive or negatively charged. Okay, so these ions are of two types: cations or anions.